Good morning and welcome to another episode of Josh and Pat. I'm Joshua Klein, joined by Patrick Cassett, and Anthony Richardson will miss several practices due to a surgery. Now, this surgery is to fix his nasal spectrum, which is essentially a deviated septum. So now we're all wondering, did Anthony Richardson get a nose job? Patrick.
Well, congrats to Anthony Richardson. You know, everybody knows star quarterback. You get drafted in the first round. You got to have the nose looking good for the marketing team. My only question is, why wait until training camp to do this? Hey, he felt, got to get it done now. You know, maybe it helps him with his conditioning.
There's a chance that it helps him with his breathing for sure, but there's also a chance that, hey, maybe he was looking in the mirror one day. He said, listen, I'm a starting NFL quarterback. I got to go and look at Joe Burrow and Trevor Lawrence.
And Will Levis.
I mean, I got to look at all these guys who, you know, they're going to get these endorsement deals because, I mean, they just got the face for it. And he's like, you know what? I want to be in that category. I'm a nose away from doing it. I'm going to go get the new nose. And I'm hoping it really works out for him because, you know, a lot of NFL quarterbacks, if they make enough money off of endorsements, then they can take the pay cut and get more players on the team. And I think in the long run, this is a team-friendly move.
Well, he's a team player, and that's what you get with Anthony Richardson is he's not a selfish guy. He's looking forward. He wants to be able to take that team-friendly deal, and he can't do that without that marketing dollars. And so he's going to get the face for it. He's going to be looking good. And you know what? Maybe it just helps his play on the field.
Yeah, you know, you say you look good, you feel good, you play good, pay good. And so, you know, maybe that, you know, even though it's covered by the visor, he's going to feel that extra confidence. And I'm excited for what Anthony Richardson could be. But there's also a chance, you know, Matt Ryan, is he in the building still?
He's not in the building still.
But he's still on the team.
He's still on the team.
So he knows he's got, like, you know, Matt Ryan, I would say,
pressure.
good-looking quarterback. Especially for his age. They could call him in at any day, it seems like, right?
Yeah, they could. I mean, if he's on the team.
Not retired, technically.
No, not retired.
Are they still paying him?
Well, that's probably up in the air. But this is what I want to say. If Anthony Richardson gets the nose job when he's at Florida, he's the first overall pick.
That would have put him over.
That would have put him over the top, probably.
Yeah, probably. I mean, speaking of Matt Ryan, by the way, and is he getting paid by the Colts? You know who might not be getting paid by the Colts?
Josh, does not sound great for Jonathan Taylor.
Right? Jonathan Taylor does not sound great. Now, the Jonathan Taylor situation, a little dicey. It's a little he said, she said situation. Patrick, walk us through.
Yeah, let's break it down. You know, so late last week it comes out. Apparently, you get the information that Jonathan Taylor has requested a trade. But this comes on the heels, or possibly even before, Jim Irsay comes out and says some comments about the running back market. Then Jonathan Taylor, and a little bit of pushback comes from that statement, and people are saying, hey, you know what? It might be about Jonathan Taylor. Jim Irsay, he comes out, he goes, guys, just trying to clarify, it's about the market as a whole. I was not talking about Jonathan Taylor because the Colts have very publicly said we are not looking at signing a contract extension right now for Jonathan Taylor, who has a year left on this deal. So then we fast forward to Saturday night. Jim Irsay invites Jonathan Taylor onto his private RV in lieu of going to the scheduled Colts practice. Well, does not sound like that meeting went well. After that meeting ends, the reports come out that Taylor had requested a trade, and then comments come out from Jim Irsay that night, basically being like, we don't care if you die.
No, whoa.
The league doesn't care if I die either.
There we go.
So, seems like things are up in the air. Then reports come out on Sunday that the Colts are saying, well, Jonathan Taylor reported some back issues coming into training camp, so we might be able to put him on the non-football injury list. And you know what? We might not have to pay the guy. Jonathan Taylor says, whoa. Never once reported the back pain. I don't know who your sources are. So things sound like they are getting dicey in Indianapolis. Does this go down as one of the worst owner moves of all time?
I don't know if it's the worst owner move of all time. The thing is, though, so the Colts found out that he had back pain.
Back pain.
Now, are they saying that he reported it, or are they saying that somebody told them that he had it?
No, they're saying he reported it.
Oh.
It was a self-report situation.
So they're just lying if that's not true.
Right, so they don't have to pay him. And everybody knows, look, you got the rookie contract for a quarterback, so that means obviously big money on the books.
Yeah.
But the flip side is you're still paying Matt Ryan.
You're paying Matt Ryan, and maybe he can play running back. I'm not sure. Listen, Jonathan Taylor is in a tough spot, admittedly, because he played horrendous last year. Now, some would say the offensive line also played horrendous.
Worse
but then
in the
some
league.
would say then that maybe the reason that he just played really well is because the offensive line didn't play horrendous.
Look, this is all I know, Josh. It appears with the nose job, Anthony Richardson's going to win the starting quarterback deal. If I was a football coach, football player, football mind, I would probably want my best running back to be a part of the offense so that my rookie quarterback doesn't have as much stress on him.
Yeah,
but
some would say that running backs are a dime a dozen right now. You just go get one.
Yeah, you just go get one.
I mean, Ravens just signed Melvin Gordon.
Yeah, Melvin Gordon.
They're out there.
It was a team-friendly deal.
Team-friendly deal. I mean, there's running backs out there. I'm not saying that running back. I mean, listen, they're definitely good running backs, bad running backs. I get that, but I mean, I don't know. Nowadays, my whole perspective is shifted on running backs because I've seen about 50 different running backs for the Ravens, and their running game has been pretty good.
Pretty solid. I mean, they put in Devontae Freeman, and I mean, he looked like prime 2000, like
great.
2012.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And phenomenal. So I don't know. But I'm hoping that he gets all that figured out and gets a good deal, and who knows what's going to happen there. Speaking of running backs, J.K. Dobbins. He got a surgery last year.
Yeah.
And he reportedly, because he woke up one day and God told him to do it.
Well, in the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night. And personally, if he balls out this year,
did God tell him to do it?
Christianity stock is high at all-time high because if God, I mean, like, I would say that then people should be listening a little bit more.
Yeah. I mean, this is who's back of the week? God might be. And that's great for God, great for J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah.
Because J.K. Dobbins, I mean, all I'm saying is after his scope procedure last year, which is what he was alluding to, God told him to get. I mean, guy looked good.
No, because because J.K. Dobbins, he was coming out, he was balling, and then if he balls out this year, it's way to go for J.K. I'm really happy this happened.
Yeah, I mean, J.K. wasn't too happy down the stretch last year. Said that he's supposed to be the guy in the red zone, didn't get the ball.
Well, we're working on it. Todd Monken offense, it's going to come in, it's going to fix around.
And
they're gonna shift some things, change it. Now, I have heard that we're a pass-heavy offense now, but maybe we're only pass to get to the red zone, and then we're in the red zone.
It's a pass to set up the run.
We're
before we were a run to set up the pass.
Yes,
exactly.
Yes.
So really, J.K. should be turning in.
Yeah.
I mean, only slight issues. Hasn't practiced yet.
Well, he'll get there. He'll get there.
Hey, maybe he's got another. Hey, maybe God's telling him sit out right now.
Sit out right now. But also, I saw him. I mean, J.K. Dobbins ran on one leg last year, and he was balling out. So just imagine he's just trying to get the second leg going, and once he gets two legs, forget about it.
Well, yeah. Once you get that second leg activated, Josh, I mean that generally helps a running back a lot.
Generally does. And so who's getting a new running back?
Who's that?
Patriots. They're getting former Cowboys legend Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah,
allegedly.
well, it sounds like allegedly. We'll see. Reports are still in the air. But, Josh, I was told, my source told me that he was out dining with Mac Jones.
Oh. Now, could they have been friends beforehand?
Doubt it.
Where did they go to school? I mean, Alabama and
Ohio State.
Oh, so it's
rivals.
It's rivals, yeah. Okay.
So they're out becoming buddy-buddy. And you know what? If you are the Patriots, what's better than bringing in a former overrated, overpaid running back that's on a prove-it kind of deal?
No, I mean, nothing's better. I mean, I think at this point they need anybody because you look around the landscape of their division, it's real tough. It's
tough sledding.
Pretty tough. And so you bring in Ezekiel Elliott and you feed him. And that's what you're supposed to do because we all know the success that the Cowboys had when they were feeding Zeke.
Deep playoff
runs. Just absolutely just balling. I mean.
Well, but now, what's good for Zeke is, he goes to the Patriots. He finally gets an elite level quarterback. He gets away from Dak Prescott. And you really expect him to take the next step this year.
No, 100%. I don't think we've seen his prime yet.
Well, he hasn't unleashed. They weren't feeding. Let's be clear. In Dallas, they weren't feeding Zeke enough.
And you go into the Patriots, and of course you got Ramondre Stevenson there, who's everyone's saying he's on the come up. He's going to be the next best thing, and maybe you compare that to the Dallas situation and how they have.
But Josh, when you have a chance to bring in a Dallas Cowboy legend, Ezekiel Elliott, it doesn't matter if you have on the come up Ramondre Stevenson.
I mean, we just remember when Tony Romo went to the booth and he brought in a Dallas Cowboy legend, immediately impact
ratings go up. People are tuning in,
and that's what the Cowboys get you. And so yeah, I'm excited for the new Patriots era with Ezekiel Elliott at running back. And I think that, does this help them, put them in a position to win the division?
Well,
I don't think it hurts. I don't think it hurts.
Time will only tell.
Yeah. So good for them.
But a lot of pressure now on the offensive coordinator.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But they don't have a defensive coordinator now. So as long as I think they made a good step in the right direction, because you got the defensive coordinator calling the offensive plays because he knows what the defense is doing.
Yeah.
But then it turns out, we're going to do a different direction. We're going to go back to the offensive coordinator calling the offensive plays.
Which you bring in Bill O'Brien, which is like, that's great.
Legend. And so I'm sure things are going to be great for them. Joe Burrow was selected for season 2 of the Netflix quarterback show. Now, remember this year, the quarterbacks were Marcus Mariota,
1,
Kirk Cousins,
2,
and Patrick Mahomes,
3.
Now, Jalen Hurts was asked, but he said, "Nah, I ain't doing that. My story's gonna be told one day, but not yet." And that would have been a shame because we could have had the quarterbacks who made it to the Super Bowl facing off against each other, or maybe
you imagine the two separate camera crews like meeting with each other? It'd be like, whoa.
Or was there a chance though that Jalen Hurts was option number 1, Patrick Mahomes option number 2? Patrick Mahomes doesn't get in if Jalen Hurts doesn't say no.
Yeah, we don't know that.
So I didn't see who they asked first or anything like that. So I don't know. But anyway, Joe Burrow gets asked for season 2. Now we don't know the other quarterbacks who are going to be alongside him. Time will tell on that.
Well, I know 2 people that won't. It won't be Dak Prescott, and it won't be Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson said he just wants to focus on ball.
And that's great for him. But the thing is, people are going to ask, because they say like the Madden curse happens, right? You get on the cover of Madden, you
How about the Netflix
do
curse?
bad. But I'm saying, what about the Netflix bump?
Ooh.
Because statistically, there is a 33% chance that if you're on that show, you win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, it's not looking like the odds are great for Joe Burrow right now. Out with the calf injury, going to miss the preseason. So that Netflix bump, taking a hit at least to start the year. Look, I'm going to be very out front of this, very on the record. Joe Burrow is probably cooler than I'm ever going to be.
Yep.
He's probably more handsome than I'm ever going to be.
Probably,
and
yeah.
he's just a way better football player than I'll ever be.
Yep.
That being said, I think if I strain my calf, I don't have to get carted off.
Yeah, that's true, and I'm not saying I'm tougher than Joe Burrow, but I feel like, again, I don't think I would have been carted off. But he's not taking any chances.
Well, but you got to think, if he's got the Netflix crew with him, he's just trying to build up the excitement.
Oh, the drama, you start out traumatic injury, gets carted off, and then it's like, and then
if I don't see Joe Burrow as a producer on the credits next year, season 2 of Netflix QB,
it was probably his idea. He's probably like, "Hey, get the card out. This will be a good shot."
Yeah, get the card out. It's like, I could really use the 2-week break.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, awesome for Joe. We got this next segment. This is a great segment. We are going to be ranking the top 5 best-looking NFL coaches.
It's actually one of my favorite segments we've ever done, Josh.
I think it's a lot of people are making lists on the internet right now. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, top 5 this, top 5 that, draft in our favorite people here, whatever." But I haven't seen one person talk about the best-looking NFL coaches.
And they're out there.
You got to think there are some
there's some handsome fellows.
And I think as guys we gotta support guys here, and we gotta hype up the boys.
Just guys being dudes.
And we gotta say, hey man, like, hey,
Hey,
we
football mind.
we see you guys.
Yeah, like you're good. You're smart at football, and you look good.
Yeah, we're gonna go with number 5 here. We got Vrabel. I mean, Vrabel, he's got that like might go chop down a couple trees in in the woods. He's tough looking. But he's got his stocky build. Looks like he could run through a brick wall. But it doesn't. But he's not so stocky that it affects his head structure and his face. He's still got a nice face. It's good job,
great.
Vrabel.
I mean, he looks great, especially a former player. I mean, you can't ask for much better.
Yeah.
Josh, I think at number 4, we're going to go with what I think everybody argues should be on this list. It's a stud. He's out in L.A. He looks great.
Yep.
He's a boy genius.
Yep.
And he's a handsome fella.
Yeah.
And that's Sean McVay.
Oh, absolutely.
And you know what? Speculation on whether or not he retires to go enjoy life. I mean, talk about that. You retire in your 30s, you go enjoy life.
Yeah.
I mean, does it get better than that? I mean, this guy is the perfect fit for LA because the stage isn't too big for him.
No, absolutely. I mean, if you think LA, you got the whole Hollywood there. You got actors, models.
Mm-hmm.
And so Sean McVay is the perfect coach for the Rams. And so Sean McVay, number 4. And we got number 3, we got John Harbaugh.
True.
I mean, John Harbaugh is late 50s maybe.
Pushing 60.
Pushing 60. And he still looks well-kept, clean-cut. I mean,
Josh, he looks fantastic.
Looks fantastic. I would say he could be 40s right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's got like the George Clooney aging.
It looks phenomenal for him. And he's still keeping the energy, which is great.
Yeah.
For the boys in the locker room. At number 2, Josh, I think we got to go with a new coach on the block in the NFL.
I think so. And this guy was borderline 1.
But we put him at number 2 on the list.
He hasn't earned that, maybe get coach a couple years first.
Yeah. Josh, at number 2 on our list, we're going to D'Amico Ryans.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this guy, if you look at a person, like he may be a model. But instead, he coaches football for the Houston Texans. And he not only coaches football, he played football. He was a hard-nosed football player.
Mm-hmm.
He comes out looking this good.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, shout out to D'Amico Ryans.
Absolutely. And then number 1, we got Matt LaFleur.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's
Handsome
earned
guy.
Stripes, handsome guy. And I think that you can't really debate it. We can debate it a little bit, but I think he just edges himself over D'Amico Ryans, number 1.
And
Matt
you know
LaFleur.
what you get with him? You get like kind of a cool vibe with him.
Yep.
Where he's not too flashy, doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low. You know what you're getting with Matt LaFleur.
Absolutely.
Must really suck to be his brother Mike not to make this list.
Yeah.
It's a tough look.
Tough look. Anyway, we're going. That is the top 5 most handsome NFL coaches.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, last thing on the list, Patrick. Little just news going on. China is doing something that's revolutionary.
Well, I'd argue it's the Chinese people. They're at the forefront of it.
I guess I was referring to them. Yes, Chinese people. China has introduced the face-kini.
Mm-hmm.
You've heard of bikini,
Mm-hmm.
but now we have face-kini. The face-kini is basically just little mask for your face to keep you cool during the hot summer months in China.
Brilliant.
And so that's what they're doing right now.
Well, because you know what I love about this, Josh, is you get the bikini, which people argue are getting smaller and smaller. So you're talking about less surface area of the body that you actually have to have closed.
Yep.
With the face kini, we do the ultimate spin zone.
Yep.
We want more clothing to keep you cool.
Yeah, exactly. And I think and listen, and you got different patterns, different styles. You look stylish, you look good.
If I don't see an NFL branded face kini to start this season, then I think we may just have to really reevaluate.
Especially with global boiling going on right now, we got to be getting the face kini here in the States. And I look around, and the cool thing about the face kini is that a lot of those pictures, it was accompanied by a matching full bodysuit. So you get the matching full bodysuit with the face kini. It's like I mean, why use sunscreen when you could have your whole body protected?
And we've only reached, this is like the very beginning of this. I mean, imagine when more creative minds come to the face kini and the branding of it. I mean, the possibilities are endless.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking, when's Zafit Keeney coming out?
Got to protect the dogs.
Han Keeney.
Right.
It's like there's so much out there, and they're stylish. They got different designs, and at the end of the day, we gotta get them in here in the States. I think.
Yeah, they're gonna make a comeback. You know, I'm sure we.
I don't think it's a comeback. I think it's just like
just a come. Yeah, they're on the come up.
Hey, face Keeney's, man. Shout out China.
Have your time.
Way to go. And that is the show, guys. Thank you for listening, watching, and subscribing, because we're going to assume that you subscribed. If you're still watching, don't click away yet. If you go to Picks and Pancakes Instagram page, at Picks and Pancakes, and DM us, you will get a free mug. And
it's that simple.
A $10 McDonald's gift card.
That easy.
Just say, hey, I met you at the end of the episode.
Yep.
And that's all you have to do. Listen, we got a big week ahead of here. We got NFL training camp happening. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of storylines coming out of that.
We got MLB trade deadline.
Oh man,
Boom.
Exactly. Is Jackson Holiday gonna get traded?
Don't think so.
We'll see. Anyway, guys, I will see you on
Friday.
Friday. You have a wonderful day. Peace.